Hi, I'm Allie, and I am feeling good. I'm going to show you how to do this gemstone color block necklace using some thread, wire guards, and a needle to make a nice, meaningful gift or present or even necklace for yourself, recognizing the different gemstones and what they're supposed to help with and the healing properties that they have to make yourself something you can wear all summer long or really all year long in this nice color block style. If you need any gemstones or want to check out the supplies, go ahead and look below the video in the description. We'll put a link there to get back to the website. You can check it all out. Gather your materials and let's get started. All right, so the idea of this feeling good necklace is that it's something that you can give someone that's really meaningful. You can make this as a gift, you can make it for yourself. And what you want to do is just a little quick internet research to figure out which gemstones are going to help someone, or maybe they're going through a tough situation. Think about this as a meaningful, again, gift. So I wrote down here some things that I thought were good gemstones that I thought would help me currently in this state of having teenagers, having a business, being complicated with summer and kids off school. Have some lapis. I can always have some wisdom. Some carnelian, some endurance to keep going. Garnet for some creativity. Labradorite for some imagination. Peridot for good health, citrine for overcoming anxiety, fluorite for some mental clarity, turquoise for some clarity as well, and rose quartz for some calm and helping to relieve stress. So all of these different gemstones are going to have different meanings, and what we're going to do is color block them next to one another. I think this is a great way to get out to your paint markers or to get out your cards and handwrite a card saying, I know that you're going through this, or I know that kind of you have to tough things out. Here are some gemstones and what they mean. Whether or not you actually believe in the healing power is one thing, but noticing and recognizing these are what these are supposed to help really means something and gives somebody kind of that confidence and really that awe factor of a gift. So we're going to be using gemstones for this. I like the sway and the way that there's movement. So I'm actually going to be using some dragon thread in size 8. Important, I want to use the thicker size 8. I have a nice tiny clasp guard in here that doesn't become the focus of the project. It's just a little 8 or 7 millimeter round bead. And then also floating around here, I have some 15-0s in Duracoat galvanized gold. We're going to be stringing all of those, and I'll be showing you how we do the color blocks. All right, so one thing to recognize right away is I'm not using the whole strand of beads. I'm not using the whole rose quartz strand or the whole garnet strand. What I want to think about is how many colors I have and how I'm using them in groups and how long. I want this to be fairly short, about 15 inches to hang right on my neck because I want to wear it a lot and I want to just keep wearing it. I'm going to use a 15 OC bead to hang between each, and I have this cute Athena cast lotus flower pendant that I'm going to use on it as well, and just hang that towards the clasp, almost like a little tag that hangs down. To begin, I have a wire guard, and I've doubled over my thread. So this is not usually my typical beading way that I do bead weaving. I'm doubling over the thread. I have a wire guard that I've put on going through the wire guard, through my clasp, back through the wire guard. I'm going to pinch that closed a little bit. And I'm going to tie these threads together. Those two threads that are the start and the thread that's still going, basically. Now I'm using this thread because it burns really nicely, and it is a fuse thread. So it will burn together. It holds up really, really well. Give a nice tight pull with that, and I will burn that after the fact. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not doing chakra. I'm not picking up in specific color orders. I'm going to do an inch basically of each color and then start over with another inch. I have my ruler here. And this is that ultimate bead ruler. I'm just going to string an inch of each color with the intention of doing 2 color blocks of each one. To start out, I want to also point out these are some 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters, faceted, not faceted, matte, rondelles, mixing them all up. I'm going to start with my purple and do a whole inch of purple. So it'll be a couple less of these purple beads because they're a 4 millimeter, a couple more of the peridot since they are a 2.5 millimeter. And I'm just stringing 1 for 1. 1 purple bead, 1 15-0, 1 15-0, 1 purple bead. Once I have an inch, I'll switch to a different color. When I restart that color just for diversity in the look and feel, I'm not going to do the same order of colors. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So after I have my whole inch here of my color, there we go, right there, my inch of my color, I'm going to put on another 15, and then we're going to go into another color. So I'm going to go into my gold, putting on and working with this needle. I'm working with a size 10 English style beading needle. It's a bead tech needle, working with that dragon thread. So going in here, I'm going to do my next inch of this. Once I get to the 2, then I'm going to switch to another color and just keep continuing with a 15-0 between each. Once you get to the end of the design, and you can see kind of my color block here, that I have it in just a random pattern, random order. Some of them, the rose quartz, I only got on once because I had more than 7 stones. You can figure out how many stones you have, divide by the amount of inches. And here at the end, I just have a tiny little bit of that, that garnet at the end. I'm going to put on one more garnet. So I have 2 on each side of my charm and my clasp, again, right there near the end. Going in with my wire guard, I'm going to go up through the wire guard. If you wanted to sit closer to the clasp, you can tie right onto the clasp. That's up to you. Down through the other side of the wire guard. Go into the clasp on the opposite side here. Go in there. See how you have that nice little look here of the wire guard, clasp, the charm right there at the end. And you're just going to tie that into a knot as well too here. Same thing on this side. I'm going to go in and just take my ends and just pinch them together a little bit so it's nice and tight there. And go in. I'm going to burn my needle off actually, burning those 2 thread ends apart. Separating those out. And I'm going to tie them to both the strands that's already there. So going in right here, going over and doing an overhand knot, pulling it through. So I don't have the needle to pull through. And if it's a little short, you can go in with your pliers if you need to and kind of pull that second cord through here. It's wrapped around. And the idea of this bracelet, again, is very much so that thinking of you. I know there's a lot of people always going through a lot, and give this meaningful gift of the natural gemstones. I like the gemstones too, along with those Duracoat gold beads and the Athena cast charm and the clasp, garden clasp, that you know it's going to hold up well, and it's not going to get to a point where you're like, oh no, my things are turning colors. You have that nice color steadfast. Go in with your thread burner, burn those thread edges down right along the end. You can usually kind of push the gemstone up almost right so it goes up to that knot that you've created on one side and the other side as well. If you want to take your thread and needle and just do one single line, you can do that and then take it back through the whole entire piece. But I like knowing that there's 2 strands going through my wire guard, and now my feeling good necklace is complete. It can spin all around. I can wear it as a bracelet if I want to, or that short one on my necklace. Thanks so much for joining me in this simple feeling good necklace. I love that no matter where this is spinning or where this is hanging, even if it's to the front here, that little charm sits, and it's a nice simple necklace that I can run in, wear, and have those color block looks to match lots and lots. Remember, if you need any gemstones, want to check out their properties or anything, go ahead below the video into the description, and there we'll put a link to get back to our website. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads, and stay tuned for more inspirational videos because I hope you're feeling good.